Page 265, this is number 4 at the bottom of the page. Here we got block chords in both hands. So I'll just go through the process. It's 2 lines long, treble, bass, clef. There's 1 flat in the key signature, so it's either in the key of F major or D minor. If I look at the last measure, we're here. It's an F chord. We're not using all the notes. We don't have to. It's an F chord. We're in F major. Go ahead and do the scales and arpeggios for both of them, F major and D minor. Hopefully by now you know them, so you should do them 2 octaves. And 3/4 time signature. Now the hands are playing at the same time. I'll take it 1 hand at a time. The right hand is here to start. 1, 2. Thumb comes down. And then you screech up. I need a 1, 3 there. This way I got enough fingers because I got a D. The thumb comes. And then back to what I was doing. We move around a little bit because I want to connect the melody. I want to feel the line of the melody, the flow and where the melody is going. And that's easier to do if I'm using different fingers on notes and not the same finger every time. Because in the 3rd measure here, if I did that one, I got to do that. I can't feel that melody as well using the same finger. And that's why we do that. I want to do that. I have a problem. I've always had this problem, and I got in trouble for it in college too, really bad. He got really angry. But I tend to play what I think it should be rather than what's written. And so I play wrong notes or I play wrong chords or something. So like here, this, to me, that should go up. That's what I feel it should go. So that's what I would do. And when I first started playing this, that's what I did. I would finger that wrong. And it's incorrect. So be careful. Make sure you're reading the correct notes. That's what the Play With Me section is for, to do it, except, of course, when I play the wrong note, which has happened on occasion, but we won't talk about that. Just play what's written, though. Left hand, well, you're here. 1, 2, 3, 4. The thumb comes up. Thumb again. See, this isn't melody. I don't need to feel the lines so much here. Then I put the hands together. Here. Make sure you hold the left hand down now. So we put the hands together. Then go back over it slowly and carefully, get rid of the hesitations. And really with this one and all of these on these pages, it'd be really helpful if you could get where you can play these without looking at the keyboards. You can feel going around one key or moving a bit. Get a feel for the keyboard. Then the articulation, and this is connected. We're going to lift up at the end of the line for the phrase. Now the left hand, you try and connect it as best you can. You can't, but you do. Otherwise it's connected. The dynamics is MF, mezzo forte, and you have a couple hairpins. So you're going to go louder, and you come back down. I guess we're going to start. That's the right hand now. Left hand's in the background. Stay there. Then come down. Then you come back down. It's something you need to be aware of with written music. The composer, editor, or whoever doesn't always put in all the stuff. You can do more than what's written there. And sometimes the stuff they put in is misleading. In this piece, they're telling you on measure 3 to start getting louder, and you're going to go up to loud. They don't say go to loud. I'm just saying that's the next step up from moderately loud, so that's where we go. We don't need to get really loud in this piece, but okay. And then technically you would stay there until they give you something else, which is the hairpin at the end to come back down. But a lot of times in music, again, they don't give you everything. They may say, well, finish that first phrase loud. But sometimes it's like an interpretation, you might come back down for the next phrase and then come down even more to end it. In interpreting the music. That's not working in this piece. In this piece, we're going to stay loud and come back down. But in some music you play, you have to consider the dynamics and is something missing. or in interpreting it, are you going to alter things slightly? Yeah. Here, we'll go ahead and get loud and stay there. Stay there. Then come down. Yeah, come back down. Andante is a stroll. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Somewhere in there. 1, 2, 3. It's how I feel Andante. Your Andante could be a little slower or faster. It's up to you. I don't know that I'd go any slower than that. Now they've added pedal. And it comes in handy when you have chords like this, because you can't connect the chords with the hands too well, but we can using the pedal. So we're using the pedal to connect the chords. That also gives us the overtones a little more interest, because when it's slower like this, you have time to hear all the notes. It's nice to give them a little color. And that's a lot of times what pedal is used for. It's going to be overlapping pedal, just like we've been doing. The notes first, then the pedal. Change it after, play the notes. But at the end of the line, I'm going to lift the pedal up with the hands so I get a little silence for the phrase. If you don't want the silence between the phrases, then you overlap the pedal there too. You run it all together. I like the silence, so I typically lift the pedal up at the end of a phrase if I can. That's what I do here. Here we're changing the pedal with the harmony. And in the third measure, it's a little blurry. If you don't mind the blurriness, it doesn't last long, then you can go ahead and pedal through it. If you don't like the blurriness, then you need to lift the pedal up. Maybe just pedal the first beat or two. You have to experiment. If I pedal just the first beat, it's that. If I pedal the first 2 beats and lift up on the third, that's what I usually do on this. I'll clean it out on the 3rd beat, because in all 3 beats, it's just too much. However, it doesn't last very long, so you can go ahead and pedal it that way. Now, on the last 2 measures, we do change the pedal, even though it's the same chord. It's the melody. We don't want all that. So we do change the pedal there to keep the melody clean. Yeah. I felt a little retard at the end. If you feel it, put it in. It's interpretation. The natural accents. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Let's play this together slowly and check the notes and the rhythms and all. I'll go ahead and include the pedal so you can see that again. But we're going to go slow. I'll give us 3 counts. 1, ready, go. 2. 2. 2, 3. 2.